As the title says, this is the cycle of the gender-biased, hypocritical female. So let's get to it. Here's the me. I'm gonna keep this meme over there. Alright, so let's go through the cycle that is of the gender-biased, hypocritical female, shall we? Alright, so when she's single, she shares mass and copious amounts of gender-biased, male-slandering memes and quotes and articles. Furthermore, also sharing with that, copious amounts of gender-biased empowerment memes and quotes and articles and so on and so forth of how empowering females are and how great females are and so on and so forth. Okay? So all of a sudden then, somehow, this man-hating bitch ends up in a relationship. Probably to some beta cuck who is a submissive slave to her, and that's the only type that would get with a gender-biased female, by the way. Okay? So she's in a relationship now with that loser, pathetic male, who's obviously desperate as fuck. Okay? So now all of a sudden, she halts completely of her gender-biased bullshit. Or at the very least, very, very limited sharing such gender-biased, male-slandering memes and quotes, and so on and so forth. Okay? Eventually, she's gonna break up, because, as you know, gender-biased females are as toxic as they can be, as anyone can ever be. So, naturally, she breaks up. And you know what? Right back to it, because she's bitter and angry and sexually frustrated at men. So, because her relationship didn't work out, on top of her already toxic mind frame, she goes right back to sharing gender-biased, male-slandering memes and quotes, and making females sound all superior. Gee, that isn't anything of a behavioral, pattern or nothing of that sort. Definitely not. Clearly. And sarcasm. Yep, there is a clear, definite behavioral pattern among those gender-biased females who still try to get in relationships. Go figure though, only slandering males often when single. Gee, wonder why that is. End sarcasm. While this isn't the case for every single female out there, this definitely is for the gender-biased, gynocentric, feministic, toxic way of those types of females. That, even though they are that way, and as much as they hate males, they still want to be in a relationship with them. It's a weird thing. But certainly fits the bill for that I've observed for the Traverse City, Michigan, northern Michigan area. So basically it just comes down to LOL at gender-biased females. That's all it really comes down to be honest. Because the only time that they want to say that, all men are evil and all men are this and that, is only when they're single. But yet, then when they get to a relationship, then all of a sudden, males aren't so bad after all. All of a sudden, males are this and that, or they just don't say anything at all to them concerning slandering males. All of a sudden, she has the perfect boyfriend and everything's great and the relationship's amazing and he's so amazing, he's so great, he's so whatever. But then after they break up, then all of a sudden, all men are the same. All men are evil. All men are just dogs and pigs and misogynistic and slanders and attacks the male character every chance she gets. Wonder why that is. There's a clear cycle of behavioral pattern that goes on by these females, and Traverse City, Michigan females make it so fucking easy to just track it, that cycle that they go through. I see it literally every time. Because I click on that Traverse City, on Facebook they have this, Traverse City list for the local area posts only, because I have like 1,500 friends on Facebook or whatever, so to cut out a lot of the extras, I just want to see what the locals are posting. So, you know, when they get into a relationship, and I do this daily, and throughout the day too, so I literally see every post that's made in the Traverse City, Michigan area. So I see when they get into relationships, I see when they break up, I notice when they stop sharing their gender-biased bullshit, and I notice when they start up again, and so on and so forth. I notice it all. I pay attention. So, you know, there's this girl named Morgan, you know, she was notorious for her gender-biased bullshit. She was one of the major offenders of it, actually. But as soon as she got into a relationship, just stopped on a dime. And then every once and so, here and there, you know, throughout the relationship, she would maybe share something here and there. But she's become single recently again. And what, you know what? Now I'm seeing like 15 different posts of male slandering and character attacking and so on and so forth. Couldn't be any more obvious than that. Yikes. And just for added measure, for those that have watched the top 10 characteristics, personality traits, and so on and so forth of gender-biased females, yes, this female, Morgan, is fat. Yes, she is an ignorantly young teen, you know, much younger than I am. Or maybe she is somewhere in my age, I don't know, but either way, she's ignorant and fat. Yep. Again, she unattractive by most means. You know, she dolls up her face. She can make her face look real pretty, but that's, you know, once you see all of her, you're just like, yikes, a blob. So again, fits the main top 3 categories, fat being one of the top of the 3. So again, this proves me right more and more every time. So anyways, with that all said, until next time.